Hello learners, welcome to class BA part 3rd English paper 5 and lecture 3. This is our third lecture in the series of reading of essay on dramatic poesy by Dryden. Our today's topic is the discussion of rhyme and blank verse at the end of the critical work by John Dryden. So in our last class, we have discussed varied arguments between the two speakers, Lycidius and Neander. How Neander opposes Lycidius's argument favoring French drama over English, and he tries to vindicate the position of English drama and dramatists in his argument. After the debate between these two pairs, between these two speakers, Neander enters into an argument with Crites regarding the use of rhyme and blank verse. In this class, we will discuss Neander's defense of rhyme and blank verse as against the arguments of Crites. So we'll see that Crites is against the use of rhyme and blank verse in tragedy, while Neander is in favor of the use of rhyme and blank verse. So Crites gives several points to support his argument. According to Crites, rhyme should not be used in serious plays like tragedy, since it is unrealistic to speak in rhyme in a sudden upsurge of emotions. Moreover, it is unnatural on the ground that no man without premeditation could probably speak in rhyme. However, it could be used in comedy. He favors the ancients' use of iambic verse in a resemblance with prosaic speech. He suggests that the use of blank verse as similar to prose in contemporary drama, though it is also unnatural. However, rhyme could be used for ornamentation of speech and to control poets' exuberance of fancy. But one who could control his fancy, who could not control his fancy in blank verse, will not be able to control his fancy in rhyme either. So these are the arguments given by Crites. The rhyme is unnatural in the dialogue format. It is inappropriate for tragedy. Blank verse could be used in modern drama, like ancients' use of iambic, and rhyme is incapable for expressing great thought. So against his arguments, now Neander gives his defense. Neander says choice and placing of appropriate words should be use of words should be natural and appropriate in this natural order, making the language more natural, whether it is verse or rhyme used. Rhyme could be made to look natural using run-on lines and variety of like this, like manipulation of phrases and pauses, stresses, etc. He also said that rhyme is more artful and creative than blank verse. Blank verse, according to him, is no verse at all. It is poetic prose and so fit only for comedies. Rhymed verse is fit for tragedy, complementing Aristotle's dictum. According to him, ancients used both iambic and rhyme. So he gives this argument, just contradicting Crites' point of view that rhyme should not be used in tragedy, blank verse should be used in tragedy. But Dryden, through the speaker of Neander, says that rhyme is appropriate for tragedy and blank verse for comedy. He also gives the argument that newness of rhyme may be a reason for opposing its use, but once the people get used to it, they will like it. He gives his argument that tragedy is a serious play depicting nature in its noblest form. Thus, rhyme, being the noblest kind of verse, is suited to it and not to comedy. If it can be used in epic, that means rhyme. If epic can be written in the rhyme, then it can definitely be used in tragedy, since their ethos is same, only their manner of narration is different. So if rhymes use seems inappropriate sometimes, a master playwright should not find it very difficult to use fit language to make it natural and also artful. So we see that he goes on giving his argument against Crites. He also refutes Crites' argument that rhyme helps in controlling the poet's fancy, while blank verse gives freedom. Neander says that a good dramatist never makes mistakes in any kind of writing. So, at the end, Dryden suggests that rhyme adds to the pleasure of poetry. So, this is the last point where Dryden says that adds to the pleasure of poetry. And since a primary function of poetry or drama here is to delight, rhyme, appropriately serves its purpose, that is to delight. So, this is how Neander gives his argument against Crites' points that the choice and placement of words could be natural, which will make rhyme natural. Rhyme is fit for tragedy if it is fit for epic, because two are almost same. Rhyme is more artful than blank verse, so there is newness, there is innovativeness, there could be, it is creative, anything can be done with rhyme. Moreover, he also gives the argument that Elizabethans had already, mastered blank verse, and the modern dramatist or the contemporary dramatist can never excel them. So they are left with rhyme to do something new. So rhyme is more artful than blank verse, and rhyme provides delight, moreover, which serves the purpose of or the primary function of poetry. So this is how the debate between Crites and Neander gets over. So in our next class, we will deal with the summary of Neander's analysis of Ben Jonson's The Silent Woman. Thank you.